when a rigid teacher learns a very expensive dinosaur lesson. My 10-year-old daughter, Chloe, is completely obsessed with paleontology. I mean, the kid can name every apex predator from the Cretaceous period before she even finishes her breakfast. Last month, her grandmother saved up for months to buy her a genuine fossilized T-Rex tooth. It was her absolute most prized possession. But everything went downhill when her science teacher, Mrs. Vance, started their geology unit. Mrs. Vance told the class that dinosaur fossils are just regular old bones that dried out in the dirt. Chloe gently raised her hand and explained that fossils aren't actually bone at all. They're rocks, formed over millions of years through a process called permineralization, where minerals slowly replace the organic tissue. Mrs. Vance absolutely snapped. She said, "I have a degree in education, Chloe, and I think I know more about dirt than a fourth grader." The next day, Chloe brought in her precious T-Rex tooth to show the class the distinct rock-like weight. Instead of looking at it, Mrs. Vance confiscated it, calling it a dangerous weapon and a classroom disruption. She made Chloe stand at the whiteboard and write, "Fossils are just old bones," 50 times, while the other kids snickered. When Chloe came home, her eyes were red and her heart was completely broken. I was absolutely livid. I emailed Mrs. Vance, but she replied, quote, "I stick to the state curriculum, not internet trivia." So I decided to play dirty. My brother happens to be the head curator of paleontology at the major state museum. 2 days later, during science class, the door swung open. I walked in, right alongside my brother, who was wearing his official museum credentials and carrying a massive, heavy case. Mrs. Vance looked stunned as he introduced himself to the principal, who had tagged along. My brother opened the case, revealing a massive museum-grade Triceratops skull. He spent the next 20 minutes giving the kids a jaw-dropping lesson on how minerals completely destroy original bone, turning it into pure stone. One little boy raised his hand and said, "But Mrs. Vance told us they were just dry bones." My brother smiled gently and said, "Well, science moves fast, and sometimes adults forget to keep reading." The principal turned bright red, looked straight at Mrs. Vance, and ordered her to return Chloe's tooth immediately. Chloe's face completely lit up, and to top it off, my brother invited her whole class on a private behind-the-scenes tour of the museum vaults. Mrs. Vance just sat at her desk, totally silent, completely extinct.